Hello everyone, it's that time again for old versus new. Yeah, it's kind of odd because of the last old versus new. I think I had the old fan on this side and the new fan on the other side. I don't care. Um, yeah, I just got this fan today. I finally got a modern box fan I actually wanted. So I'm gonna do an old versus new finally. Um, so, on the left we have the new fan. It is a Air King. I don't know the model number. I had it memorized and I just forgot it like right before I made the video. And then on the right we have a vintage Lasko. Believe it or not, back in the day that's what the Lasko 3733 was. The basic drugstore box fan. And now this side, this is the quality box fan, the top of the line model. Well, not really top of the line. It doesn't have the thermostat, but it's the second to top of the line. And it's engineered like that fan. So, um, maybe it's not really a fair review. These are two Lasko products. I have a Burns Air King box fan, but I decided to not use that one in this video because it has some electrical problems and it's not really a fair review because one of them is a Monarch Air product and the other one's a Lasko product, and that's not really fair. I'm gonna do a review coming out on this one shortly, but enough rambling. We'll get into this. Before we do a demonstration, we'll go over everything. Something else about the modern fan I like is that I like the color of the case. It's nice. It's nice modern feel. The old one was really squared off. A little bit of an older styling. It's gonna be old. Um, and the grills on the new one, they're cheap. Same with the old fan. The old fan was pretty cheap at the time. The handle on the modern fan, it's flimsy. I can see that breaking in the future. This fan's also fairly heavy. Um, this one, I think these weigh about the same. The handle on this one's better quality, but these handles are known for breaking. But yet, I still see some of these around the handles. I've only seen two fans in person with the handles on them. Actually, three of them because I saw another one today. This one's 2-speed. That's a free speed. They do make these in a free speed model, but I don't have that one, so I'm sorry about that. So we're not going to be showing medium speed on this fan. The cords on these, on the newer fan, it's grounded, but that's only something for the Air King fans. I have to say they're about the same, because this one's old. It's a little bit flimsy. The old fan, the plug is much more thinner. This one's a fused plug that's grounded. Knobs, I don't really know. The knob on this one's a little finicky. The motor on the old one is bigger, but it's made out of plastic. So who knows if that's a good thing. This one's a metal motor, but it's pretty cheap and small, so it probably can't work with driving a fan. Who knows? The wiring on this one, I think it's a little bit better. The supports here, compared to these are really nice, big, and thick for holding the bigger motor. On this one, it's not as thin. It's a small motor, but I still think they should have gone a little bit better. The case on this one, yeah, it doesn't sound the best. It's a little bit cheap. This one seems a little bit well made. I'm sorry for the scuffs and scratches. I was gonna clean this up before the video, but this fan I use in my bedroom, and it gets kind of beaten up. Something else about these is that the volume level is kind of in between, but I'll show that later in the test. The blades here have a good bit of pitch for moving a lot of air. This fan is a powerhouse. It moves a lot of air. I also really like the logo. Lasko no longer uses this logo. When Air King was making their fans, I don't think the logo really changed. Another thing you notice in here is there's a lot of space between the blade and here. On the cheaper models, the Lasko models and things, you can, the blade rubs right up against the front, and this one there's some room, which is nice. So if I want to, I can swap this blade out and put a metal blade or one of those blades on there. I may put a liquid third gen blade, but I'm not sure if the Glory motor can take that. And the blades on these, they're a little bit more thin and flimsy, so they kind of bend and stuff. So we'll fire both of these up on low speed. Now, the fan that's making the most noise is this one. This fan is fairly quiet on its low speed, But on this one, the low speed's so loud I have to speak up just because of how loud it is. And yes, this is on low speed. That's on low speed, the knob's a little bit out of alignment. This fan, it moves good air. This one moves a little bit more. I think the motor's overpowered on low speed. So I had to speak up. We're going to go to high speed on these. On high speed, they both sound about the same with volume level. This one sounds more like a high velocity fan, and that one sounds like a box fan. With air movement, this one is moving a lot of air. This one, not really as much air as the older fan. Notice that this one's shaking a lot. The newer fans, sometimes they do that. This one's a little bit better. Another thing is we're going to walk all the way over here on the back side of the room. And I do feel a breeze. I'm not sure from which fan. Probably this one here. I don't really feel a breeze because I have furniture blocking this. It's kind of a cluttered room here. But yeah, there's a lot of airflow going on in here. Both of these fans seem to be doing a good job. I'm gonna unplug both these at the same time and see which one spins down first. Which one has the better motor bearings? I'm pretty sure that one, because this one spins most of its time running on low speed, but who knows? Modern fan spun down immediately. And that one kind of spun down immediately too. Not bad. Both of these seem to have decent bearings. That one I think has pretty good bearings for a modern fan. Those Glory motors, they seem to be a little bit better than the other motors Lasko uses. I think they're the better ones. It's my opinion. Something else I noticed, this is only something I noticed on the Air King models. They have stand holes. So I'm assuming that if you have a vintage fan and on a stand and it breaks down and you still want to have a box fan on a stand because they don't sell those anymore today, you can go buy an Air King. I think that's your only option. So if you have one of these on a stand, I don't think these came with stands, but those yellow Sears box fans, those ones have stands. If you have one of those and for some reason because you're dumb and you don't want to clean your really rare box fan, it burns up, you can get one of these. Personally, in my opinion, I like the older one just because of the durability. You can tell the grill broke over time. This one's still perfect. Still, this is a pretty durable fan. I feel like the case on this one's better. This is like the Lasko Power Plus box fan. I think this is Air King's version. But, these are not bad fans. Especially this one. If you find one of these old 80s Lasko box fans with a plastic motor, you should definitely pick it up. I'm not saying these are bad fans, but they're pretty well made. We'll also put these back to back to show you how thin they are. This fan's a little bit thinner, about a few centimeters smaller than the other fan. This one also has holes for a window skirt if you're lucky enough to find one of those. On the Air King version, there's not, but there's window fans these days that are smaller, and Air King makes a window fan that should work as well. I'm also not trying to bash the modern fan. If this is, I have a thing against bashing modern fans because I don't like the quality on them. This is probably the best modern box fan I've seen. The only thing I don't like about this fan is that it's a little bit too fast on low speed and it's really loud. Besides that, oh yeah, and the fuse plug. You need a plug for a replaceable fuse. But besides that, these are, that's not a bad modern fan. I recommend it. Same thing with those. You can find these on eBay. Probably local garage sales and things. I found this one at my high school. Like antique stores. You could find one of these at an antique store. I don't know. I found that in a warehouse. I've seen warehouses that had Lakewoods and other old fans. I'm not saying there's other types of old fans. The Air King I have is actually even better made than this fan. And I have a Crompton Grease box fan from the 60s that's even more better made than that fan. But these are not bad fans, and I'm making this video a little bit too long. This is probably the longest video I've made on this channel, but just goes to show you, thank you very much for watching and the video, and tell me which fan you recommend down below if you have an opinion. And if this video helped you, make sure to give a like. And if you like some of my fan videos, if you want to watch some fan reviews, fan demonstrations, and other things, consider leaving a subscription. And have a nice day.